Hi, my dear students in 4th primary. How are you? I hope you are fine. Now, I asked you in lesson 6 to search for and read about ant colonies all over the world and to record their numbers in different forms. Do you remember? طيب, the search result. تعالوا بقى نشوف الإجابات بتاعت الستودنتس بتوعي اللي أنا سألتهم. The search result of one of our students was that the number of fire ants in one of the colonies is 1,276, and in other colonies it was 3,452. Okay, the student want to compare between them. عايزين نقارن ما بينهم, but the form of the numbers is different, right? So in lesson 7 we went over some of the strategies that help us compare between two numbers in the standard form. But have we ever thought about comparing two numbers with different forms? عمرنا جربنا نعمل comparing between two different forms? For example, if we have a number in standard form, another one in word form. لو عندي number دلوقتي standard form و number in word form, وزي ما احنا عارفين ال word form ده يعني written in letters. How can we compare between them? ازاي اقدر اقارن ما بينهم? Yes, this is what we are going to learn about in lesson 8. Concept 2 in unit 1 titled lesson بتاعنا اسمه comparing numbers in multiple forms. Here with you, Miss Sarah. Are you ready? And set your tools, and as we can start our lesson. Tools بتاعتنا اللي هو طبعا ال school book and the pens. Okay? يلا prepare yourselves. From our lesson, we will be able to figure out two things. هنقدر نحدد حاجتين. How we can compare numbers in multiple forms, and how we can describe the strategies that we will use to compare the numbers. Okay? طيب, let's review together how we can compare numbers that have learned in lesson 7 from comparing ant hill populations activity in Access in page 36, in which we will compare numbers of ants in different hills. Let's see it all together. Note that the numbers written are in both word form and in expanded form. I'll give you time to compare between the numbers of ants using greater than, less than, or equals to symbols. After we reviewed, let's check your answers, which I'm sure most of them are correct. متأكدة إن كلكم هتعملوها right. طيب, let's see in question 1. Let's see here in question 1. Okay. Now, let's see in question 1. The two numbers are written in expanded form, as you see, right? And the place value for all numbers is equal except for one value only, which is what? Who can tell me? Yes? Which place value the number is different? Look. Yes, exactly, the 10th digit. In the first number, we will find that the digit is what? Yes, the 10th digit here is 10. While in the second one, it is, yes, 20. Super. So, that's why the second number is greater than the first one, which means the wide open side of the symbol will face to the right second number. Why? Because the second number is greater than the first one. Okay, let's move now to question number 2. The two numbers here are written in what? Is this expanded form? No, it's word form. So we will compare the two numbers. We will find that the billions, مين شاطر يقول لي billions means what? Yes, billions هي نفسها المليارds. They are the same. Okay, billion هي نفسها المليارds. Okay, and the millions, let's see here, the milliards are the same. Right? As you see, 5 and 5. What about the million? Here I have 220 million. Again, in the second number, 220 million. They are the same, right? What about the thousand? Here, 500, 6,000, and 540,000. So, which is bigger? Yes, 506 or 550? Yes, Of course, 540,000 is bigger than 506,000, right? So the second number is bigger than the first number. That's why the second number is bigger. Let's move to question number 3. Here, it is written in which form? Yes, who can tell me? It's written in two different forms. As you see, two different forms. This is written, or the first number is written as word form. The second number is written as expanded form. فاكرين expanded form؟ بكتب كل digit alone with its value. Okay? طيب ممكن حد تاني يقول لي miss I can read them and compare them right away. Yes. يبقى ممكن نعملهم الاثنين in the same form to compare between them, وممكن بس نقراهم وهما two different ways. Of course, both ways are correct, and whatever approach you have taken, you will conclude that both numbers are equal. طب تعالوا كده let's read. طيب 1,976,888 equals to 1 million plus 900,000 plus 70,000 plus 6,000 plus 800 plus 80 plus 8. They are the same. If any of you are still finding it difficult to compare between multiple forms other than the standard form, you can use the place value chart. فاكرين place value charts اللي هو الperiods مكتوبة فيه, under each period I have what? I have 3 digits. Okay, to make it easy for yourself to break apart the decomposed number. And of course, at the end of the day, each one will use the easiest way for him or her to reach an answer. كل واحد يختار الطريقة اللي تبقى سهلة بالنسبة له. And this is what we will elaborating on from the build activities, in which we will be focusing on strategies for comparison. In lesson 5, we have learned about, yes, can you remember in lesson 5? We learned about different forms used to write the numbers. They are 3 forms. What are they? Standard form, word form, and expanded form. Can you remember it? Yes. And in lesson 6, we have learned about the decomposed form in the example found at the beginning of the strategies for comparison activity in page 37. Let's see it all together. Now this is page 37, in which we multiplied, yes, as you see here, we multiplied what? 6 times 100,000 plus 5 times 10,000 plus 4 times 1,000 plus 3 times 100. Okay, and each one of us can define and describe the form in one's way. For example, one of us can define, ممكن حد فينا define it as the expanded form. ممكن حد يقول لي miss this is expanded form, but instead by using the product to represent a value for each digit. I can join you in defining the decomposed form. Yes, who can tell me the decomposed form? Yes, it is a way to write the digits of a number multiplied by the place value of each digit. Okay, بكتب النمبر by الvalue بتاعه أو multiplied by its value. In this sense, we have together remembered the different forms of writing numbers. Now, let's further practice the strategies for comparison we have used in lesson 7 and recorded together. We have used the strategy of reading the number by which we can define directly which number is the greater and which is the least. If we couldn't do that, we could use the second strategy. يبقى أول strategy, I read the numbers. Okay? Second strategy is the strategy of counting the digits of the number. بعد الdigits بتاعت النمبر. So the number that has more digits, of course, is the greater. النمبر اللي عنده digits أكبر هو الgreater. يعني لو عندي number 3 digits و number 2 digits, أكيد ال 3 digits greater than the 2 digits. But what if they are equal number of digits? لو الاتنين نفس الdigits هعمل إيه؟ Then we use the place value of the first digit from the left. يعني إيه الكلام ده؟ يعني لو first number if they are the same digits هبص بقى للfirst digit here والfirst digit here. Okay? طيب. And the one who has greater value is the greater number. But what if they are equal in value? لو الاتنين the same value, then we move to the number before it. بنقل لل next number. Use the same method till we are able to decide which number is greater and which number is the least. After reviewing the strategies we have practiced in lesson 7, let's compare between numbers using greater than, less than, or equal to symbols found in the chart in page 37. But I want you to think of the method or strategy. كل واحد هيفكر في الطريقة والstrategy that you will use. And draw a star next to the easy problem. البروبلم اللي هي سهلة هرسم جنبها كده star. And X next to the problem that could be difficult for you. اللي هلاقيها صعبة عليا شوية هعمل عليها X. Okay? طيب I will give you a chance to think of the solution and we will get back to you. Let's look at the solution and also the strategies we have used in question 1. Look, this is question 1. Both numbers, we will see that both numbers are in the standard form, right? And by reading it, لو قريناها, I can tell that the first number is less than the second number, right? Why? Because the first one contains what in the thousand? Yes, look, 780,000. While the second number contains what? Yes, 790 in the thousand. So which number is bigger? Yes, the second number is greater than the first number. Why? Because in the thousand, here 780,000 and here 790,000. Of course, 790,000 greater than 780,000, right? Let's move to the second one. Question 2. What about question 2? Look and concentrate well with me. Question 2, yes, I have the first number written in standard form while the second number is written yes, as you see, word form, يعني in letters. Now we can compare by reading them or by writing the second number in the standard form. كل واحد يحله بالطريقة اللي هو حاببها، يا إما هخليهم الاتنين standard form or I can read both sides. ممكن أقراهم زي ما هما كده as you wish. We will also find that in the first number there are what in the million? Yes, look, 5 is the milliard. We will find that I have 193 in the million place, right? While in the second number there are 300 million. There are 300 million, right? طيب أنا ليه بقول المليون? Because if you see in the milliard we have the same number in the milliard, right? Here is 5 milliard. With second number also you will find 5 milliard. عشان كده I move to the next number اللي هو or the next period اللي هي المليون. Here I have 193 million and here I have 300 million. Okay? So who can tell me which is bigger? Yes, which is bigger? The first number, of course, is less than the second number. The first number is less than the second number. Okay? طيب, let's move to number 3. Question number 3. Now in question number 3, we'll find that the first number, as you see here, is decomposed. Decomposed form. ليه قلت عليه decomposed? Because this is the form of decomposed by multiplication. Okay? طيب, بيكتب الفاليو بتاع الديجيت بس بالمultiplication. While the second one is expanded. فهمنا الفرق ما بين ال decomposed form and expanded form? Expanded form without multiplication, decomposed form with multiplication. And by noticing the greater period, we will find that the place value for the number is 7 multiplied by 100 million. زي ما احنا شايفين كده اهو 7 multiplied by 100 million, right? But the greater value in the second number is what? Yes, 70,000, right? مش ده أكبر number في الفيرست أكبر number في الفيرست one 7 times 100 what? Yes, 100 million. The second number 70,000. So which is bigger? Of course, the second number is the least or the smaller number. Okay? The second number is the smaller number, right? Okay. Now it gets more challenging in question 4. You see, question 4 is a little bit different. Why? You will see now. Because the first number is in the word form, the second number is in the decomposed form, as you see. You may have thought about converting one form to another. ممكن حد يقول لي ميس أنا عايزة أخلي ال two forms زي بعض، أو أخلي ال word form like decomposed form، أو العكس. Or converting both forms to a form that is simple for you. ممكن أخلي على فكرة two forms standard form زي ما انتوا عايزين. But of course you will notice in both that the group of millions is equal. طب تعالوا نشوف بقى ازاي. In the first one this is 17 million. طيب حد هيقول لي miss this is not 17 million the second number. طيب now can you read this? Yes, it is 1 times 10 million plus 7 times 1 million. هو 10 million plus 7 million equals what? Yes, it is also 17 million. Now you understand it very well? Okay. And the thousand are different. تعالوا بقى نشوف thousand. In the first one, who can tell me? Yes, 425,000. يبقى احنا اتفقنا ان المليون they are the same. I have 17 million in both sides. What about the thousand? Here I have 425,000 and here I have what? Yes, 420,000. So which is bigger? وليه بقول 420? Because I have 4 times 100,000 plus 2 times 10,000. Okay? طيب يبقى which number is bigger? And that's why the greater number is what? Yes, the greater number is the first, because the thousand here is greater than the thousand in the second one. I hope you understand it very well. طيب now what about question 5? Let's move to question 5. طيب we noted that the billions اتفقنا خلاص ان البليونز هي نفسها المليارds are equal in both numbers. تعالوا نشوف. مش هنا عندي 8 billions or milliards وفي second number برضو عندي 8 millions or billions. Yes. So the first number are 40 million. تعالوا نشوف بقى المليون. Here I have 40 million. What about the second number? The second number is 400 million. 400 million. So, of course, 400 million greater than 40 million. So, the second number is greater, of course, than the first number. Right? Okay. Again, you will get the same result even if you have thought about, yes, converting one form to the other or converting them to an easier form for you اللي هو for example the standard form. كل الفورمز دي it will be the right answer أو كلهم هيبقوا نفس الانسر. طيب in the same way in question 6 let's move to question 6. What about question 6? We'll notice that one number in the word form, the second number is in the expanded form. عارفين ال word form in letters. Expanded form means that I write each digit with its value. Following the same method in the problems before, we will notice that the greater period is the thousand. Look, here's the greater period, and the greater period here also is the thousand. Okay. In the first number, I have 423 what thousand, and in the second number, I have what? حد هيقول لي miss here I have 400,000 only. هقول له no. Concentrate very well. I have 400,000 plus 30,000 plus 20,000. So كلهم على بعضهم 450,000. Right? So the bigger number is the second number, or the second number is the greater. Why? Because the thousand in the second number greater than the first one. From this activity, we will for sure note that we are able to either define the greater number directly or convert one form to another, or convert both forms to an easier one. Like for example, هخلي two forms standard form. In both cases, we unify the numeral of the two numbers, and this is considered a new strategy of comparison that we can add to our strategies for comparison chart, which is called unifying numerals. After answering the problems, I am sure if we went back to the problems marked with an X, we will find them simpler and easier. Now, let's have some fun with our partners and play a game called Number Battle. to build our understanding of comparison. This game requires 3 players. Let's welcome our friends. Judy, how are you?
Fine.
Fine. And Hamza, how are you?
Fine.
Fine. Are you ready to play with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now you are 2 builders, okay? And I will be the third one. I will be the reader. You will write or create greatest number, and after you finish, I will read these 2 numbers, okay? To see which is bigger and which is smaller. Let's start?
Yes.
Type. Here I have 30 cards, 3 sets of cards from 0 to 9. يعني كلهم 30 cards, okay? وعندي 2 players, the builders, Judy and Hamza. I will play with them now, okay? Now, what should we do? They will draw, هياخدوا 11 cards each one. يلا يا جودي. Draw 11.
2, 3, 4,
Yeah. 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
And 11. Hamza, it's your turn. Draw 11. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
yeah.
10,
And 11. Okay, can you see the numbers? Yalla, let's see all together the numbers. Quickly, put it on the table. In any order. Yes. Hamza, let the number look at you. خلي numbers, yes. Super girls. Now, هنعمل إيه بقى يا Hamza and Judy? You will form the greatest number. But before this, I will pick one. Which number you want to remove here? هاخد number من كل واحدة فيكم. Okay? طيب, now you have how many numbers? Judy, you have 10. And Hamza, you have 10. Now, can you form the greatest number?
Yes.
Yalla, let's see all together. Okay. Hamza, put your number here. Okay. Super. Yalla, we are waiting for Judy and Hamza to form the greatest number. Okay. Beside each others, try to let them beside each others. Okay. Yes, like this. Super. Okay. Okay, now let's form them in groups. Sorry, in periods. You know what are the periods, of course. I have ones formed of 3 digits, then thousand, then million, and the biggest one, the milliard, right? Can you make it like this? Yes, 3, 3, 3, and the milliard. Now, can you read your numbers? I will start with Hamza. Can you read the number?
9 milliard.
Okay, no, wait, I'm the reader. I will read. I will read the first one. 9,887,655,432. This is the first number. What about Judy's number? I will read, yes, Judy, because I'm the reader, okay? Now, the second number is 8,766,643,210. Okay. Who think which is greater and which is smaller? The first number, Hamza's number, is starting with 9 milliard. Second number, Judy's number, is starting with 8 milliard. So, which number is greater?
9.
9 what? 9 milliard? Yes, super girls. So, Hamza's number is the greater number. Okay? يبقى 9,887,655,432 is the greater number. So, can you remember that we can write the numbers in several forms or in 3 forms? Actually, in 4: standard form, expanded form, word form, and decomposed form. طيب, let's write the 2 numbers as standard form and expanded form. Let's see all together. Now I will start with, I'll put this number like this up to write it. Can you see this table?
Yes.
Okay, I will start with Hamza's number in standard form. You know the standard form?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, can you tell me, Hamza, what should I write? I have what?
9,
9, the
Eight.
milliard, please.
8,
See, I put the commas. 887, what? Million.
million,
And 655,000 and 432. Okay? Type. What about Hamza? Can you tell me your number?
8
8
million,
milliard 766
million,
million.
643,000,
Super.
210,
210. And that's why 9 milliard, right? Greater than 8 milliard. So, which number is greater? The first one or the second one?
first
first
one.
one.
I'll put the sign. So, 9 milliard greater than 8 milliard, of course. Type. This is the first form, standard form. Can you tell me how can I write it the same number in expanded form?
Yeah.
Yalla, I'll start with Hamza. Hamza, this is what?
9.
Milliard. So, milliard has how many zeros? Can you remember? Yes, 9. Look, beside it, how many digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 digits. So, let's write the 9 milliard. 9, beside it, what? 9 zeros. Okay. Plus, what should I do next? I will write what? And this is the million period. So, 100, 800 million, right? Let's see. Plus 800 million. Million, yani كم zero? 6 zeros. 800 million, right? Then 80 million. How can I write 80 million? Plus 80 وبeside it million يبقى 6 zeros, right? Plus what? Plus 7 million. يعني 7 وبeside it how many zeros?
6.
Super girl. 7 beside it 6 zeros. See, I put the commas عشان big numbers we must put the commas. Plus 600,000, right? Plus 50,000 plus what? 5,000 plus for what? This is the thousand period and the last period is the ones. Can you tell me for what?
400.
Super. 400 plus يا Hamza, it's your number 30. Super girl. Plus
2.
2. Finally 2. Now what about Judy? Can you tell me how can I write it in the expanded form? هو يعني ايه expanded form يا جودي؟ يعني I will write each digit alone with its zeros or with its value. يلا, let's start. Here I have what?
8 million,
8 milliard. Excellent. Milliard يعني how many zeros? 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus what? 700 million. Super. 700 beside it 6 zeros. Plus
600,
60
60 million,
million. Super girl. And then plus what? 6 million.
6 million,
Plus يبقى we finished the million period. This is the thousand period.
6,000,
Excellent. 6,000 plus
43,
no,
44,
is this 6,000?
yeah,
You mean 600,000, right? Plus what? 40,000
4,000,
plus
3,000,
super girl 3,000 plus what? Now we are in
200.
the ones period, the last period we have. This is
200,
super girl plus
1,
1. Is it 1 or 10?
10,
10 in the tens place. Plus
plus
0. 0 has no value. I can't write it. Okay? If I write 0, no, it has no value. اوكي طيب now which is bigger which number is bigger طيب هو انا لو كتبتها standard form هتفرق من لو كتبتها expanded form ولا just they are two different forms ها يعني لما كتبتها expanded form number بتاع جودي will be bigger than همسة
No.
of course no so still the first number greater than the second number right now we have finished our very interesting game with Judy and Hamza. I want to say thank you for you, Judy, and thank you for Hamza. It was nice to see you today. Now, my dear friends, you can play more and more rounds at home in page 38, okay? And you cannot only write the numbers in standard form and expanded form. You can write it also in word and decomposed form. Okay, so you will create the greatest number. You will make the table. هنكتب النمبرز في التيبل عندنا in this page. هنكتب ال greatest وال smallest. Then after you finish all the table, you will circle the greatest number. هنعمل circle على أكبر number and you will put square on the smallest number. Now, after learning about comparing numbers in multiple forms and practicing using strategies of comparison, let's practice. Now, let's practice one of the mathematician's attributes, which is explaining and elaborating, which is in Connect in page 39. Okay, I want to tell you that good mathematicians can explain their thoughts, okay, and compare between the strategies. Now, I want you to scan the code in front of you and let us know what are the most effective strategies for you when comparing numbers in multiple forms. Which forms are easiest for you to compare? Which are the hardest? إيه أسهل form عشان نعمل comparing وإيه أصعب حاجة and why? Use words and numbers to explain your thinking. If you remember, I have asked in the last lesson to think about the importance of comparing numbers عشان نعرف أهمية comparing in numbers دي. In our everyday life, we compare the numbers the same way we compare the number of ants. We can compare, for example, between ممكن نقارن بقى population of a city and another. نقارن عدد الناس في city و city تانية and between the amount of production of specific device for some factories. نقارن devices أو numbers of devices في المصانع or even in science. We have learned how scientists gather data بيجمعوا الداتا بتاعتهم on big numbers of some extent, okay, living things like amphibians. There are many other examples we can discover in the world around us and surely these strategies aid us بتساعدنا in doing so. And now let's build our understanding and answer more exercises using the part practice found in page 39 and 40. Now, at the end of our lesson, we have solved various questions, a lot of questions, and we have learned about comparing numbers in multiple forms. We were also able to explain the strategies we used for comparison, in addition to the exciting games. You remember the exciting games? It was very fun to play it. We have played together about comparison. To build our understanding, don't forget to scan the code at the beginning of the lesson in the book or the one in front of you. See you in the next lesson. Thank you so much and see you soon.